Hello, everybody. Today, I actually want to talk about the subject that was talked about last week, technically, and that's the 80 price tag for GTA 6. It's not really the price tag for GTA 6 that I want to talk about, it's more just the price tag in general if it gets standardized. And believe me, when one of them does it, the rest will follow. But I think the 80 price for GTA 6 might be okay. I've been thinking about it for the quite some time. I think right now it looks expensive because it is expensive, and I don't want this price to get standardized for every other video game. I think they should. I think this game might live through see the 80 price. It doesn't have GTA Online, right? Like, it doesn't have GTA Online on day one. It won't have it, which is going to be not a good look for the 80 price tag. To be honest though, it's actually technically more like $100, because let's not forget, not everything is being sold to you for the 80 bucks. Let's say there was no deluxe version and it was just 80. I think that would be in much better shape. But no, you're paying 80. On top of that, if you want the deluxe, it's gonna be 100? And it's still got no GTA Online? I don't know, man. And most of this deluxe stuff, crap, it's just stuff that you can get in the game anyways. I really never recommend a deluxe edition, like almost ever, unless it's a game that you really like. However, with the single player and what you can do with the single player, is it worth the $80? If this game has enough content that isn't just the story and you can do some weird stuff like you could in the previous one, and the game just lives for like ever, for like 10 years, for like 2 consoles again, then yes, this game might serve is $80. It probably just will. The problem with doing that with the $80 is that, for one, it's too expensive. Second, again, as I said already, if one of them does it, the other one follows. So it could get standardized and it's just not gonna be affordable anymore. It's going to seem more like gaming as a luxury instead of a hobby. And a hobby is always what I've liked, whether it's for escapism, creative incentives, entertainment, or just purely for the love of the game. You just like playing games, it makes you feel certain ways, or just simply a hobby. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, gaming is a hobby and it should stay as a hobby, not a luxury. So it's just a little sad, the fact that gaming is getting more expensive as time goes by. Because it is pretty sad as time goes by that gaming is just not as affordable as it, once was. And with prices going up pretty much all the time for gaming now, right? With consoles going up, with all this AI stuff making all our prices go up, making all of this other stuff go up. I really just want to go up here, talk to you guys about how good AI is. But because I don't really want to hate on it, but it's not really doing itself any favors either. And I don't want to really talk about AI here. I already made a video on that. Well, pretty much a video of me crashing out a little bit about AI, but it is ruining gaming. But that's enough of that. Let's just focus on what can you do and if things are going to be okay. Well, I'm actually here to tell you that things might actually end up being okay, without the AI excuse, of course. But things might be okay because as far as you, the consumer, you have a voice, or at least you should have a voice. And if you don't like these prices going up, then the only thing you can do is really just make your voice be heard. That's pretty much it. At least for this channel, what I'm thinking of doing is, if the 80 price tag does get standardized, I'm not going to be covering the latest and greatest new game anymore. Much. I will, especially if it's like a super exciting game that I'm like super stoked about, it's like all I'm waiting for, and it's like, yeah, dude, let's go. That's all I'm gonna play for like a long time, or it's just something I'm super stoked for. Then yes, other than that, no. You guys are going to be seeing games that have come out through the last year, maybe that same year, but they went on sale. And it's gonna suck because now how the industry is, everything relies on day one sales and pre-orders. And with prices going up this high, well, let's just say that pre-orders aren't gonna look so hot. The studios are going to go down, you know, because of lack of sales, even though the sales might actually sell more if the game costs more. And obviously those games sell more when they go on sale. So at least for this channel, when it comes to full price games, we are definitely going to slow things down a bit if the price gets standardized. If it doesn't, then, you know, it'll continue as is. But this is getting kind of ridiculous to the point where even gacha games are starting to look more affordable. At least the ease of approach is what I'm trying to say. The ease of approach to a gacha game is just a lot easier than it is a full price game. Kinda. Some of them make you feel like that, and that's actually a really good thing, especially with how much you're gonna end up spending over time with it. I guess I'm looking for a live service that isn't just a competitive game. I'm looking for something like Azure Familia, Chasing Kalito Rider. I know those are actual gacha games, but I do want a game where it feels like it's an actual game. I don't know. I mean, Relink is coming out soon too, so that's also obviously another great thing. I would love that. We'll see what happens, right? At the end of the day, I can't really predict the future. I can only tell you guys the things that I'm thinking of as things are going by or playing, right? I can only tell you guys what I think based on things that are happening right now. And, well, they're not looking so hot right now. But it's okay. The backlog could not look sweeter. The backlog is actually going to be the savior of your gaming habits. The backlog is going to be nice. And you know what? If some of these $80 games end up costing $20 at some point because of a sale, I think that's a steal, man. I think that's a steal. I don't think it's fair to you to miss out on games you've been wanting to play, all because it's super expensive on day one. It is not fair for the consumer. It's not fair for pretty much anything. I understand why they're 80 or why they might become 80, but I don't like it. Even consoles are starting to go up, or have been going up. Not starting, they have been going up. And at this point, you know, with the Steam machine, with the Gabe machine, the Gabe Cube, I can't recommend it. I once thought that the Gabe Cube would be a great purchase for people that want to kind of switch, right? To switch from console to PC and have like a mix of like both, technically, where they get that console experience, but it's like technically, quote unquote, a PC. It's weird. What I once thought that would be a great purchase because of how cost efficient it might be. Sure, it might be a little bit more, you know, expensive than a PlayStation and an Xbox. But now I don't know anymore. Even consoles don't seem worth it to me anymore either. Especially with Sony taking away media that you bought, that you should own in digital form, which, by the way, this raises a different subject that I won't really talk about here. However, even if you are just a digital person, if you just buy your games digital, your movies digital, because let's say you just don't have space on, you know, physically, there still should be a way for you to keep them forever. There is no way anyone should be able to take away stuff that you bought just because they either maybe don't own the rights and it's gone everywhere. Like, if something is just gone everywhere, then it's gone everywhere. That's different than being like sold in a specific store, for example, the PlayStation Store. And then let's say it's, I don't know, on another video format or a different video store and it's available there, that's not cool that you bought something and it just got taken away from you. I don't think that's right. This is one of the reasons why I said that I don't really recommend consoles anymore. It's getting harder to trust PlayStation for these kind of things. They're going to start from movies. Who said that they're not gonna do this with the games though? Well, I mean, I guess we'll see, right? But you know, you gotta ask yourself these kind of things from time to time. The GameCube is not worth it. And let's face it, when it comes to this product at least, it's hard to judge them. It's not really their fault. It's just everything else that, you know, happened that involved it. The AI, the prices, all mixed together. I mean, obviously AI makes prices go up, but just in general, pricing of things just going up, at least here in North America, is just getting a little bit too out of hand. And that's another reason, you know, why I can't recommend the GameCube or the Steam machine. It's just really hard to recommend what otherwise could have been such an amazing product that even I might have used it so I can put it on my TV and I can play games on my TV when I'm not recording. Honestly, if you are thinking of buying a PC, I'm sorry, just save up for that instead. It's going to be extremely expensive too, so the best time to look for sales would be on Black Fridays and stuff like that. But even then, it's going to be very, very expensive. But the benefit of a PC versus a console would be that you will not have to pay for another console again unless your PC just, you know, explodes or something, then sure. Another reason to own a PC versus a console is if you want a console feel, you have access to those tools on a PC. It's very customizable. You can make it as easy as turning on and already getting on Steam and having the big picture mode, which is essentially like a console version. I actually use this mode myself, not when I'm recording, but when I'm not recording, I actually use this mode myself because I like the feel of the controller. I like moving through the menus, you know, of, you know, the store or just Steam with a controller. I like feeling like I'm playing a console even though I'm on PC. It's nice. Obviously, not every game is going to be compatible with that in terms of not every game uses a controller, but that's something I can deal with. At least I have access to what otherwise could feel like a console on my PC. It's rather amazing, really. There's a lot of reasons why you should own a PC versus a console, to be honest. And let's not forget, probably the most important one, you do not have to pay a goddamn subscription just to play online with friends. Other than that, take care of your PCs. They are a breed of their own, so take care of them. They for sure will work with you if you work with them. But most importantly, take care of yourselves, everybody. All right, I think I'm done here. Things are going to be okay, hopefully. We'll see what happens during this week while I'm gone, because I'll be at Anime Expo. I'll be walking around being part of the fandom. So if you find me, which you probably don't know what I look like, even more of a mystery for you. But if you find me, you will probably find me around the Miresi booth, maybe the Brown Dust 2 booth, the PGR booth, the Saiging booth, that's for sure. That might be it. You might find me around and whatnot. So if you find me, come say hi, take a picture with me, and yeah, just come say hi. Anyways, I have recently made a Patreon, so if you would like to support me and my channel, the best way to do so would be to go through my Patreon. With that said, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
I've had enough of you, so